Welcome back to Bannersaga 3, where we just got killed. See if it'll make us fight again, or just different ending, or different branching path. It just doesn't even matter. If this is what Bolvik can bring to bear, you can only imagine how much worse it would have been if he were here. You don't know how you're still alive, but you wake to see ravens gathered around the corpse of Bercy. His head is missing, possibly rolled off the cliff's edge. They pay their respects before covering the body. Okay, so Bercy dies. Scorch marks cover the ground, and you spy a pale image of Juno ascending the tower of Ridgehorn. In your head, you hear her thin voice. When you are ready, join me. She must have given Bolvik the real runaround, says Spar. He keeps glancing at the bridge as if expecting to summon the berserker by name alone. Think I better make sure Ivan's almost done. How about I whistle when it's time to go? Alfred offers to ferry you anywhere you need to go. Okay, so that is the consequence. Okay, head to the tower. Here's our heroes. Let's have a chat first. Spar sits on the rubble of a ruin, watching Ivan move vast slabs. He fidgets with an ornate metal horn. Good time as any to give you this, Varl. I notice you've got no drinking horn, and that's no way to live. I don't care to drink from a yok's horn, old man. Nay, nay. Does this look like a sodding yok's horn? It's carved from the tusk of a gold boar. Shines even in full black. Okay, so I never seen a real gold boar, but I did steal it a long time ago from a very rich man, and he seemed pretty convinced. Folka stabbed me with her eyes when I told her I was giving it to you. What made you think of this now? Oh, I don't know. Been down a lot of roads. Get a feeling that I might not see the end of this one. And I don't want to imagine Dutch using it for some disgusting thing after I'm dead. Why give it to me? Tradition, Varro. These young folk don't know respect. They don't remember a time when it was right to honor a guest. I don't care what any of them say. You're doing a fine job. Look here. That's history carved there, before banners and tapestries. See the little armies? The tusk does seem to shimmer on its own. Carved fingers almost look like they move as you roll it on your hands. I can't keep this. Take it, take it. It's not getting me laid anymore. Not this landspill, anyway. He smiles, pleased with himself. You don't seem too upset facing death. Upset about dying? Varl, I'm more upset about living. Do you know what it's like taking a piss 3 times a night but only waking up twice? No. Death sounds fine. It sounds fine. But I'll tell you what. I'll miss my life. The secret for us poor bastards with short lifespans, it's love. Sounds like a bunch of rot, I know. But if you don't love life, it'll make you miserable. Learned that from a lady friend. He smiled. Huh? Where'd you learn to play? What do you mean, who taught me? Nay, nobody taught me. It was a festival, biggest of the year. By all rights too young to hold my drink, sipping from every unwatched cup I could find. There's a spat happening. One guy built like a boar, howling at another man over his girl. Or, I don't remember, it doesn't matter. The other poor bastard, he's a mouse. You ever seen one of those guys? Thin beard, wide eyes, ready to run? The brute comes at him with a knife, pulled right out of his dinner. And the mouse is soiling himself, climbing over tables to get away. Everyone's loving it. Even the musicians stop to watch. I'm off my head drunk, and I'm thinking, by the gods, this needs a good song. So I grab the instrument and go wild, sawing and screaming. The thing just sings in my head. At least in my head it's a masterpiece. It must have sounded like a boiled cat. The mountain of a man, he slowly looks over at me with the most complete confusion I've ever seen, and I just remember. The next moment there's a knife at his neck. The mouse got him. Even drunk as I was, I knew it was because of me. I've been playing ever since. Frankly, it's a damn tragedy, wasting my talents on these ungrateful monsters. I better go and check on Juno. Aye, you better. If those two don't find this passage soon, Bolvik's fan us right in our puckered asses. Yeah. Thanks for the horn. I'll make sure nobody does anything disgusting with it. And enjoy it, too. It's not a bloody decoration. It's a gift from the God-blessed ravens. Can we rest, though? I don't think so. We have heroes. And that's it. So I can play with some stats. Everybody's wrecked. But at least we can get some promotions going on. Improved abilities. Get some armor resist. I like it. Other guy's dead, who was pretty decent. So this guy needs to get upgraded if he could, that is. But I can just do a big upgrade on him. Well, 19. It's just never enough. And we don't have anyone at 13 or at 12. Folk will get her back in the lineup. In there. That's not bad. Her in there. It's not great. Not great. That feels doable. They're where they need to be. They need to get the kills if possible. Everyone else gets to relax for now. To the tower. The serpent. I thought you'd be helping Ivan. I had to check on something. Look to the horizon. The serpent writhes in the distance. It knows we're here, but it won't approach, hopefully. Is it scared of you? Scared. I don't think it understands such things. For now, it is just trying to discover what we will do next. I know the feeling. These horn towers are portals the Menders built long ago. They allow us to enter the inner earth, the dredge home. I knew the dredge came from below, but inner earth, like caverns? No, not at all. Imagine another world, with sun and sky, like our own, but within our own. This will be a dangerous path, but the quickest route to the place where Ivan will undo all of this. Juno sees the skepticism in your face without looking. I also came here to speak with you privately. I know Ivan may seem unusual or unapproachable, but he is a good person. You seem an unlikely pair. I can see why you'd think that. The fact is, I saved him and he saved me. He is kind and devoted. There's a smile on her face. You realize that it may be the first you've seen. I don't know how to talk about it without sounding like an infatuated girl. I truly love him. I know it won't excuse things to say the Volca lead different lives, hard in their own way. But don't we all deserve to be loved by those who would do anything for us? Aye, that we do. That means a lot to me, and Ivan too. When you asked to come with us, I was uncertain. I didn't want to take you away from loved ones, but I'm glad to have you here. I consider you a friend, one of the few Ivan and I have left. I will do what needs to be done to fix all this, no matter the cost. And I've decided that no matter what happens, I will not influence you again. I promise you that. Trust is important. A whistle reaches you on the wind. You leave the churning coils of the serpent on the horizon, return to where the others have already entered the tower. What are we going to fight in the tower? That's the question. This is going to be a tower fight. Oh, is that Bolvek? Has cornered us? You join the others already waiting in an enormous chamber beneath the tower. So what do you expect to happen next? Spar sputters. Ivan steps onto the edge. We jump? Heavy footsteps echo off the high walls, and a dreadful outline stands in the doorway. Well done, witch, says Bolvek. Made a fool of me again. And from here you can tell he's shaking with rage. Ivan screams for everyone to jump, but there is only hesitation. Folka turns and walks to Bolvek. Oh, he's telling us that we need to jump. The caravan watches Folka with rapt anticipation. I doubt we'll get another chance to talk, Bolvik, so I had to know. Is there anything left of you in there? I never left, Folka. You left. We thought it was what you wanted. I thought I was following orders. What's done is done. Yeah, that does sound like you. You get as close as you dare. The two barely acknowledge your presence. Remain silent for now. Go on, Folka. Get out of here. What if the Valka can undo this, Bolvik? What if they really can? It doesn't have to end like this, you stubborn dolt. They lied to you, Folka. They're lying still. Nick points his axe to Volka, and static flickers across Ivan's shaking hands. Those two took our reputations. They took our freedom. They took my life. They did all of this. Even if they can save this world, I won't allow it. Are you kidding me? Life's not fair. Is that your argument? Even when I was 8 years old, I never gave you such a sniveling drivel. Don't destroy everything we made to save your pride. Ravens need you. So do I. You feel the slightest shift in Bolvik's demeanor, but in a blink, it's gone. Jump down the rabbit hole, Folka. I won't stop coming until every one of you is dead. That's all you've got for me? Me? Folka snatches Bolvik's axe from her belt, the one he threw near Strand, and pushes it into his hand. If this is revenge, why wait? Trust Folka's intuition. Pull Folka away before something goes wrong. Trust her intuition. She knows something. I've always liked you, Folka. That's why I gave you a chance to run. So we just fight him now? Things are suddenly moving too quickly to react. Without hesitation, Bolvik buries the axe blade deep into Folka's neck, and she falls in a bloody heap. Your face narrowly escapes Bolvik's second axe as you stumble backwards. His screaming rage fills the room until a peal of thunder drowns it out. Lightning or... I bet it's one of those things, if I saved her, someone else would have died, probably. I'd have to look at the wiki to know. Catching Bolvik's fur coat on fire, ravens reluctantly leap into the pit, and you follow, tumbling down into the darkness as the light from the hole above recedes. A roar rings in your ears like the bellow of a sunder. Bolvik leans over the edge, his face writhed in flames from the smoldering cloak. It's the last thing you see before everything goes black. People just dropping like flies. And we're back in Aberang. Sometimes you awaken more tired than when you fell asleep. This is one of those times. Alea was silently sitting bedside. Alea, were you watching me sleep? What? No. Yes, I mean. Oddleif sent me to get you. Wasn't sure whether to shake you awake or let you... What's happening? Nothing good. Ruga's free. He's creating problems out by the gates. Oddleif's trying to talk some sense to them now. Well, what are they arguing about? Name something. Who's in charge? What to do with the dredge? Whether to even stay here in Aberang with the darkness so close. I hate to say it, but we should bring as many clansmen as we can find. It could be a grave mistake to leave them behind. You don't think they'll be safe here? I don't think we'll be safe without them. Yeah, so it's... rally as many as we can. So it's probably going to be a fight. It's always a fight. With fucking Ruga. He's just got to ruin everything. Though I think everyone should be rested. Let's check real quick. Oh, we got a ton to work with. He's already on board. She's down there. Oh, Ubern. Always a pleasure. He cannot be... Oh, he needs... He has points to spend. Yeah, get him a little resist. Cool. He'll go legendary. Okay, so we're pretty good shape over here. Kind of want to get her in some action. So we have our archer on board. Dodge, +2 strength. Break talents. He's around. Crit chance plus. Take that. Yes, the prince needs a promotion. And as a spearman. Death's Messenger, +1 damage on attack the same enemy. I like that. That's fun. He's not ready to upgrade a second time. Let's get him whatever this is. Puncture. He's a spearman. That's like his shtick. Why is it rank 5? Oh, item rank +3. Okay, so I'm actually 3. So that puts me at 25. That puts me a 30% chance to do that. Very nice. Rook. Our MC. Will on kill. Will. Strength less armor damage with no adjacent allies. KO with a little bit. I like that. I like that for a hero character. That's fun. And I'll just up that. And this is just, we just do that when we have stats for it. Oh, he has an improved ability. Very nice. Some ability got itself improved. I don't know what exactly it was. Or was it this got improved? No. I'm not sure there. Yeah, he's a bit frontline. And okay, so we're fully upgraded. He could use something. Huh, that'll do him well. Rest won't help us, so let... oh, it's the lower gate. You squint in the sunlight outside the cool shade of your tent, and a smell reminds you of a small farmhouse you once lived near in Skoger. The field is full of horseborn, a lot more than there were before. Ubin stands in the midst, the shepherd of a confused flock. He's chatting with Gunolf, catching up on lost time. Ubin spots you and waves, beckoning you to join them. These horseborn lost a lot of leaders all at once. He tells you about the new arrivals. They haven't found a lot of sympathy here in Aberrang despite helping defeat Ruin. Hate to crowd your camp, but what do you think about taking them under your wing? Had enough trouble with the horseborn? Are you sure that they want that? Let's talk about this another time. Are you sure that they actually want that? We won't know until we ask, Ubin replies. In times like these, I believe it's better to have too many friends than too few. Offer them protection under your banner, have a horseborn ally, speak to them on your behalf. That sounds good. Several of the horseborn who have traveled to your caravan are nearby. Considering Canary's troubled past, you think it would be best to leave her out of this? Ask the tribe leader. Ask the veteran fighter. Ask the skilled it should be the tribe leader. Raises his head as you approach. Do you know any of the horseborn who arrived with Ubin, you ask? Ubin translates, chuckling. He asks if you know all the men in Aberrang, but just agrees to ask regardless. You can't make out the words, but Roek talks with a warrior's confidence, holding their attention. A conversation emerges. By the end, he turns to you and says, some join. Take it. Though we haven't had a single fight that has involved clansmen, fighters, and Varl stats. It's all just been, what kind of trouble got stirred up that we need the whole clan? The kind that turns into an angry mob. My least favorite kind of mob. Through still gaping holes in a splintered walls, you glimpse the dredge, indolently lurking. Bleary-eyed workers do their best to fill the cracks. The foreman spies you at the head of the caravan. Got any fighters with strong arms? God knows we could use them, and they'll be well fed. A token number of volunteer fighters to help patch the walls and stand guard. Enough fighters to get the job done quick, a few dozen at least. Gotta do it. The foreman prowls through your caravan, browbeating anyone healthy enough to shoulder timber. Not all who join show enthusiasm, weary as the Sunders' assault left them, but the cause is worthy. Okay, so that's kind of... I think we gained 30, lost 20. But that's gonna help us out later, for sure. Someone else will surely ask for help of some sort. So many survivors occupy the dirt along the common paths, they begin to blend together. A young girl conquers her shyness and comes begging for food at your feet. Others are inspired to do the same. Compared to these people, you have a considerable amount of supplies. The real question is how much you're willing to spare for those who aren't in your clan, who will keep coming in the future. You consider what to tell the growing crowds of open hands. Share your supplies and allow your clansmen to do as they please. Leave a sizable bundle of food to survive. They'll just fight to the death for it. Promise to do what you can when you have time. You're not sure why you said it. Even you don't believe it yourself. The others certainly don't, going by the quiet judgment on their faces. We've got to move. We have 4 days of food. And we're going to have to probably rest 3 days after this fight, so it's... we have to think about this. But morale's great, so it shouldn't affect us too poorly. Dredge killer! Shouts a woman as you approach. Contrary to what sounds at first like an angry mob, the opposite occurs. Thankful survivors crowd around, asking questions you can't answer. What if dredge attack again? What about the darkness? What do we do now? I know as much as any of you hold out hope. I personally know Valka are well on their way. Things are bad. We'll survive one day at a time. Hold out hope. Yes, many of the survivors have no banner left to claim, but they cheer their fealty to you and follow toward the gates. After your rousing speech, you don't dare send them away. Horseborn in front, got Varl, and there's Luden, I believe. At least they seem to be making some sort of progress on the walls. Nice when we don't have to be responsible for absolutely everything. After dealing with that Sunder, they finally pitched in once they realized you're not going anywhere. See, it would have been cool if the banner started off really small.
I don't know why.
And then just increased every game.
Instinctively worrying about Alet as I approach the gates, even though I know she's gone. Despite everything else going on, it's still mankind that worries me the most.
A growing crowd is gathering at the gates. It's easy to tell the curious bystanders from the hardened, darkened faces of Ruga's loyalists, but there are plenty of different colors being flown here. The Varl are also nearby, looking uncomfortable. As you step forward, the disgruntled murmur of the crowd turns into the squeaking of rats skittering into hiding holes. Ruga, as always, wears the satisfied smile of a man who drowned his own humility in bottomless ambition long ago. Ah, Alsavia has joined us. Maybe now we can hear some sense. I'm tired of listening to your bitch yap. You'd prefer it to my bite. That's why a vicious dog should be muzzled. We can threaten him. You don't see the irony that coming from... the irony, yes. I don't know what you mean. As usual, I only want to protect our people, but oddly here's what she pleases. You only want to condemn. It starts with the dredge. How long before you convince them that we're the enemy? What do you mean, starts with the dredge? She would throw away all of our sacrifice to let them walk through the gates. Just as there are Varl here, horseborn, many of those outside the gates are women and children too. We've known this. Be it as it may, tell me why I just lost good Varl fighting them for hundreds of years. When our leaders tell us to fight, we fight. The Dredge are no different. Bellower is gone. Eyeless and Ruin are gone. Are the rest beating down our doors, crying for blood? No, they cry out for mercy. All I'm suggesting is that we don't leave them to suffer in the darkness. We can find a way. Before he died, our king said everyone lives. Who is Ruga to disagree? He is no king. Oddleaf is right. There is no king here. Look at the faces around you. Some who just lost children, trampled beneath bloody Dredge hooves. Shall we invite the Dredge in for another go? I don't see how any of this matters. When the darkness covers us, we'll all be in the same sort of dead. But all things being equal, I shed no tears for the Dredge now. Hear, hear, some common sense. And what does our heroic Sunderslayer believe? Speak up. We've all been waiting for your wisdom. We should not be listening to criminals who cowered in chains while we died on the battlefield. We could fight the Dredge when they come again, or we could take a chance on peace, make a appeal to them. For what? I won't defend the Dredge if it leads to a war amongst ourselves. But this is the thing, is that you shouldn't be listening to this Ruga guy. Or we died on the battlefield. Keep telling your fellow men that they're led by criminals and traitors. See how well it plays. Ruga appeals to the crowd now, speaking loudly. Friends, shall we fling open the gates wide to the murderous Dredge? Embrace their hammers and stones? Should I let this hysterical woman endanger your families, your kin, for murderous stinking slag? Angry shouts erupt in response. Fury fills the faces of those closing in. Ruga's faithful draw steel. Oh, we're not even gonna have a chat. Frankly, I wasn't gonna want to let him in, but I guess he didn't want to talk about it too much. You've been doing good work, Oddleaf, so we're gonna give you upgrades. Alright, so she already has the strike, lucky shot. Okay, so she's maxed out there. Give her puncture. Cool. Can't upgrade her anymore. And everybody's good to go. And in that order. Rather get the Varl closer up. Give Luden some choice pickings. I like that. That feels good. Should have killed Ruga while they had the chance. Now he's going to slip away during this fight. See if we see him hiding somewhere. They should have him here. Okay, they're bunched up here. So we're going to take this flank. It's level 1. Going forward. Nice. Not much damage though. Oh, he can reach us. Did a run through. I like this. Big hit. It's good enough. Oh! That was good for us. Now Ubin's gonna get to do something useful. Go there. Just the standard. Yeah, if they stay in their formation, that's just fine. We can already take them out in a round. Just give a little extra pepper on it. Ah, promotion. Oh, wow. That landed. Let's do this. Nice impale. Ouch. Just do a retreat. An armor. Oh, it's good for them. Yeah, I feel like this is the right move. It's gonna block people off. Give them a nice kill. Protect our weakest people. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, let's just move her one. Give him a big ol' stab. Yeah, they're doing the right moves. So I reckon move back one, possibly bait him. Okay, we'll just use a mark. Yes, Hunter's mark. Fantastic. No more armor for you. And Aleo gets another kill for himself. 2 renown. He never got to summon his guy. Okay, so we will find out if Ruga has escaped or not in the next episode. So catch y'all then.